and I first heard news of it, we were down in southern Oaxaca in a very remote region where there was no corona, no awareness of it. But I was hearing it coming in from outside places. When we went to the next town to buy fish, there was a comment. So I was thinking to myself, this is a terrible thing happening. And being I worked at epidemics so many years, somewhere in my old brain, there was information that could help. And I went back to the most marvelous healing experience of my life for other people was when I fought epidemics with the Yanomami and Piaro and Mekiratari in the Amazon. We ended up using a plant, Artemisia annua, that had far greater success than the millions of dollars of pharmaceuticals we had in that particular situation. The standard that time for the two major diseases we were dealing with, which was dengue fever and malaria, for malaria, it was, of all things, hydroxychloroquine and chloroquine, which had literally a 12% success rate. And with the infection rate we were dealing with, this was mathematically an impossible situation. So we brought in Artemisia annua, and we literally started having close to an 87% success rate. But the bottom line fact is we were watching places that for 10 years we couldn't get a grip on, and the people were pulling it together. So I thought of this on the beach in Oaxaca and in the little pueblos we visited, and I got on the internet and I started speaking out about Artemisia annua. At the time, there was absolutely not one person speaking out on social media about it. But after speaking out many times, all of a sudden, people who I was in the Alto Orinoco together with Max Planck Institute, they came out and said, no, we're going to do clinical research on it. And then many others have followed, including government research right here in Mexico. And the key to this plant is it cures many things, including respiratory problems and viruses, but it also cures malaria and dengue fever. And that's the point of my conversation here, because there's talk that the World Health Organization realizes that Artemisia annua has an impact. As Max Planck Institute said, 24 different natural compounds that in some form inhibit or attack the coronavirus. But there's not enough information. Well, no one's paid for that information on purpose is the way that is. And two, this plant, that's the key, because in the third world, where there are many, many people sick with this, they have multiple diseases, just like the Yanomami and Piro and Mekiratari had. They have dengue, they have malaria, they have respiratory problems because they've been weakened by the destruction, the burning of the forest, where the terrible things that have been done there have a great effect on the people. So I'm reaching out with my heart to you. I truly believe, after thinking about this a great deal, that this is a project, the Healing Garden, that could really be a small thing that could work in a huge way from village to village, bringing the seeds that can give people who don't have any help. It's not like we're saying, take this instead of that. They have nothing. And plants is so much part of their culture, they will easily figure out how to work with them. So I reach out to you and say, please join the Healing Garden Project, because the gods give to those who give to the gods. Ni nashkata chili.